Good evening, friends of the inner sanctum. This is your host to welcome you once again through that creaking door. Come in. Come on in for the crime of your life. Tonight's story is about a couple of lovebirds who, instead of billing and cooing, went in for killing and shooting. And now for tonight's Inner Sanctum story, Port of Regrets, an original screenplay by Nelson Giddings, starring Ian Keith.
George Bone, what have you now to say why the judgment of this court should not be passed against you according to law? On the 15th of September, 1953, this defendant was found guilty of murder in the second degree. I hereby sentence you to the state penitentiary for a term, the minimum of which shall be 20 years and the maximum the duration of your natural life.
It's about time. I've been waiting 40 minutes in this mausoleum of yours.
I'm sorry, my dear. I wanted to leave a clean calendar before I left. You're beautiful as usual.
What took you so long? Did you sentence that poor man to the chair?
I gave Bone 20 years to life, the minimum.
He shouldn't have gotten anything. It was a crime of passion.
Crimes of passion are a myth. As I read the law, it accords no special treatment for crimes of passion.
Yes, you'd be the last person in the world to admit there was any such thing as passion.
Now, Cora, let's not have another argument the very day my leave of absence begins. The whole idea of this trip is to try to make our marriage a success. I love you deeply.
Hearts and flowers don't become you, Carlton. You look more natural pronouncing sentence.
Tickets arrived this morning. If you just give me a chance...
Well, where are we going this time?
We leave Los Angeles Thursday night by plane to India, and from Calcutta, we take a steamer to a romantic little island in the Indian Ocean called Port de Mars.
Oh, I want to see life. Have some fun. London or Paris. But this Port Who's I can't even pronounce the name.
Port de Mars. In English, that means Port of Regrets. But it's supposed to be a paradise on earth.
I'll bet. Why pick on some two-bit island in the middle of nowhere? What's the matter with Catalina or Manhattan?
Well, they're not quite the same thing. But what made me decide on Port de Mars was something I read. The natives there never leave the island. Think of it. No native has ever been known to leave Port de Mars. Doesn't that intrigue you, Cora?
It scares me. What are you trying to do, Carlton? Lose me on some rotten little island on the other side of the world?
Right the opposite, my dear. I'm trying to find you.
I'm sure you will be comfortable, Excellency. This is our best room with the connecting bath.
Fine, Vita.
How about a room with some connecting air?
Madame is right. I fix. It's very nice, huh?
Oh, yeah, Nature Boy. The greatest thing since sliced bread.
Come and see the view, Cora. It's superb.
The one I'm looking at isn't so hot. Look at me, I'm a wreck. I always heard the tropics aged women terribly.
Nonsense.
Is that why you brought me here, Carlton? To make me look as old as you?
Everything is fine, Vitor. We shan't keep you any longer.
Thank you, Excellency. Thomas, if there's anything you want, please let me know.
We shall. By the way, what is that inscription over the door?
That? Oh, it's nothing.
Well, must be something. Arabic, isn't it?
Yes, the man who built the hotel was an Arab, a pearl trader. He had a different inscription carved over the door of every room.
What's that one mean?
Oh, he's been dead for many years now. The hotel has different owners.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Vitor, tell me what it means.
Very well. It means expose your wounds, and we must solve them.
Now, isn't that just ducky?
Expose your wounds, and we must solve them.
I'm sorry, Excellency.
Chance, Cora. We've been here only 3 days.
Well, that's 3 days too much. No wonder the natives never leave. They're too beat up and discouraged.
Nonsense. It's a beautiful place. But you won't step outside the hotel.
I haven't the strength. The food's lousy. I can't sleep in that closet they gave us for a room. All the mosquito netting does is keep me in with the mosquitoes.
It's a beautiful view if you'd look at it. Best room in the hotel.
Yeah, some hotel. All the weird characters hanging around give me the creeps. Especially Fat Boy. Vital, the manager.
Not weird, colorful. That's one reason one travels, to meet different types. But I'll keep my gun handy if it'll make you feel any better.
Well, it'll help. But I'm telling you right now, Carlton, I'm taking the next boat out of here back to civilization.
We'll see.
Oh, don't give me that we'll see routine. I'm going, period.
There's a flying fish festival on the beach tonight. Please come with me, Cora.
There's a flying fish festival on the beach. What do I care? I'm not a fish. There's one thing I'm grateful to this crummy island for. It's shown me what a dull, stupid old fool you really are.
Judge Summers, some mail has come in for you, Excellency.
Thank you, Vitor.
Mail? Then a ship has arrived?
Only the mailboat this morning. To see it is to laugh.
Is it still here?
No, it has departed by now. I hope everything is satisfactory, madame.
Everything's just terrible, thanks.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Madame suffers a great deal from the heat.
Well, perhaps if she tried the juice of the cherry moya.
Nuts.
No, it is not a nut. It is a fruit, small but shaped somewhat like the, how do you say, the pine orange. It ripens upon the tree, and the natives say that if you mix it with a little whiskey and then you
now, thank you very much for bringing the mail, Vitor.
Oh, please, do not mention it. I could not help but notice that you receive a newspaper from Los Angeles.
Oh, yes, I have the local paper sent to me. I don't want to get entirely out of touch, and we intend to stay a long time.
On the hotel registration, it just says USA, but you come from Los Angeles, huh?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Oh, only because we never had anyone from your city on our island before.
It's a small world.
For the natives, it is even a smaller world. They never leave the island.
Yes, I've read that, and I've always been eager to know the reason.
They believe a legend, which says that everyone on Earth has his exact double, his exact counterpart on the opposite side of the Earth. It is called the legend of the antipodes. The natives are superstitious. They never leave the island because they fear that some evil fate might bring them to the opposite side of the Earth, where they would meet their doubles face to face.
So?
The legend says that when they meet their doubles face to face, it means instant death. I thought it might be of interest to you, chère madame, because Port d'Hommage is located at the point of the Earth precisely opposite Los Angeles.
That's fascinating.
Tell me another.
I bore madame. I will tell her no more.
He was merely trying to be amusing. Monsieur Vidal, allow me to apologize for my wife.
Oh, say no more. I understand. Madame suffers a great deal from the heat.
Is that necessary, sir? Who's that man?
He's called Larac. He's no good. But don't worry, Excellency. I'll have him watched.
Do you approve of my place?
It's not bad at all, Candyman. Sort of gives you a worm's eye view of life.
I've tried to show you that there are some nice things on our island.
Well, the island still rates 0 with me. But you're something else again. You'd make a garbage scow look pretty.
You're not very poetic.
Well, I've had all the poetry wrung out of me during the last year.
Perhaps I can breathe some of it into you again. You're like a flower. Beautiful, fragrant, and easily crushed. Crush you in my arms, Ahmed.
Maurice, can I ask you something?
Anything, madame.
What a weird sound.
No, pay no attention to it. It's the cry of the silk vendor. What were you going to ask?
Will you take me from this dreadful island? You know people. You can get a boat.
If I could only take you with me to the end of the world.
As far as I'm concerned, this is the end of the world. No, I want to watch you in a dinner jacket, opening champagne, on a penthouse terrace.
Oh, that's not possible. We must consider your husband.
You haven't given him much consideration during these past few days.
No, I should consider your husband, not show him consideration. There's a big difference.
Have you ever been off this island?
No.
Then where'd you learn to speak English so well?
From traveler's checks. That's the answer you wanted, isn't it?
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm all mixed up. No, you're strong medicine. I don't know whether it's you or the island or both, but I hate my husband more every day. You've got to get me away from here before something happens.
We must be practical.
We're all done being poetic so soon. Okay, we'll be practical.
Please, Cora, don't make it so difficult.
What's the matter, Maurice? Why are you so jumpy? You don't by any chance believe that crazy legend. Are you afraid you'll meet your double on the other side of the earth if you leave with me?
Don't be ridiculous. But your husband is rich and influential. No matter where we went, he'd find us and make trouble.
No, he's not like that. Besides, he's a highly respected judge, and he can't afford that kind of publicity.
I have no money. What would we live on?
I have money. At least I have enough jewelry to take care of us for a long time.
I'm expensive.
So is this. And I wear it on my little finger. Good. You make arrangements for a boat to get us off the island tonight. I'll go back to the hotel and pack a few things. And I'll meet you here at 11. He's always snoring away by then.
I still think this is preposterous. You realize what...
Silks, was he, lady?
Get out, you swine!
You surely wish to buy a remembrance for Mrs. Summers.
Get out!
He knows me. I'd better go. Here, take this for now.
You sure you know what you're doing?
I'll see you tonight.
Tonight.
Cherimoya juice. Very nice, very cool.
Thank you. I hope so. I just went down to the wharf to meet the mailboat and got this paper.
Bad news?
No, not actually bad. There's so little good news in the papers these days.
True. And now, I myself must give you news that is not good. Excellency, I am deeply distressed.
What's the matter?
A week ago, I promised you to have this Larac watched. Now, I learned from my source that Madame has spent the afternoon in his house. He is a gigolo, a creature beneath contempt. He makes his living off the women, usually tourists. Larac and your wife are planning to go away.
I never thought she'd stoop so low.
I only tell your Excellency because I do not wish to see so distinguished a man caught in an embarrassing situation. You must be very careful, Excellency.
Thank you, Peter.
I'm so sorry.
Packing, my dear?
No, of course not. Just straightening up the room a bit.
Looks to me as though you were packing.
Don't be silly. There's no boat out of here for another 10 days.
In that case, I think these would be better in the hotel safe.
Give me my jewels.
Have you any special need for them tonight?
They're mine, and you'll keep your hands off them.
I'll keep everybody's hands off of them and you.
What are you driving at?
Larrock, you saw that rotten gigolo again today, didn't you?
What of it? Well, that's what you get for having me spied on. I hope it hurts.
Filth, both of you.
Well, there's some filth even I can't stand. This marriage of ours. I'm leaving you, Carlton. I'm through.
No, you're not. You're going to stay where you belong, with me.
You're hurting me.
I've just started. I love you, Cora. All of you. Even your dirty little soul.
No matter what you do, I'm clearing out of here tonight. You can't stop me.
Can't I? You're going to stay on this island until you rot. Before we're through, you'll look older than I.
Take your hands off me. Now get out of here.
Put down that gun.
Get out of here, Carlton. I'm warning you.
Omar, get the district officer. Go quickly. I'm sorry, Excellency, that I must keep you here. Not a very pleasant sight. But our district officer will be here soon.
Poor Cora. How could it happen? I loved her. She knew I loved her.
It was an accident, a tragic accident.
I'm afraid it has all the earmarks of a crime, Vito. No, heaven knows I didn't mean it.
Don't torture yourself. At the worst, it was a crime of passion. We understand these things here. Nothing will come of it. You'll see.
I'm afraid that all depends on the district officer. By law, he doesn't have to make any allowances for a so-called crime of passion.
You'll see. Monsieur Loss, our district officer, is a very just man. He'll send you home fast. You'll see.
Port of Regrets. It's well named.
Monsieur Loss, please enter.
And now it's time to close that creaking door until the next time. Oh, yes. A word of advice. Remember, a fiend in need is a fiend indeed. Good night. Pleasant dreams. Good evening, friends of the inner sanctum. This is your host to welcome you once again through that creaking door. Come in. Come on in for the crime of your life. Tonight's story is about a couple of lovebirds who, instead of billing and cooing, went in for killing and shooting.
The natives there never leave the island. Think of it. No native has ever been known to leave Port Dommage. Doesn't that intrigue you, Cora?
It scares me. What are you trying to do, Carlton? Lose me on some rotten little island on the other side of the world?
Quite the opposite, my dear. I'm trying to find you.
I'm sure you will be comfortable, Excellency. This is our best room.
Well, it's about time. I've been waiting 40 minutes in this mausoleum of yours.
I'm sorry, my dear. I wanted to leave a clean calendar before I left. You're beautiful as usual.
What took you so long? Did you sentence that poor man to the chair?
I gave Bone 20 years to life, the minimum.
He shouldn't have gotten anything. It was a crime of passion.
Crimes of passion are a myth. As I read the law, it accords no special treatment for crimes of passion.
Yes, you'd be the last person in the world to admit there was any such thing as passion.
Now, Cora, let's not have another argument the very day my leave of absence begins. The whole idea of this trip is to try to make our marriage...
And now for tonight's Inner Sanctum story, Port of Regrets, an original screenplay by Nelson Giddings, starring Ian Keith.
George Bone, what have you now to say why the judgment of this court should not be passed against you according to law? On the 15th of September, 1953, this defendant was found guilty of murder in the second degree. I hereby sentence you to the state penitentiary for a term, the minimum of which shall be 20 years and the maximum the duration of your natural life. Major success. I love you deeply.
Hearts and flowers don't become you, Carlton. You look more natural pronouncing sentence.
Tickets arrived this morning. If you just give me a chance...
Well, where are we going this time?
We leave Los Angeles Thursday night by plane to India, and from Calcutta, we take a steamer to a romantic little island in the Indian Ocean called Port Dommage.
Oh, I want to see life. Have some fun. London or Paris. But this Port Who's I can't even pronounce the name.
Port Dommage. In English, that means Port of Regrets. But it's supposed to be a paradise on earth.
I'll bet. Why pick on some two-bit island in the middle of nowhere? What's the matter with Catalina or Manhattan?
Well, they're not quite the same thing. But what made me decide on Port Dommage was something I read.